Hey, how you coping? You all right? Guess what I found out? That everyone's Googling prayer. People want to know how to pray all of a sudden. There was a time not that long ago when we thought that prayer religion was redundant, that mankind could answer all of our questions through technology. What is it that we're looking at now? Right now, staring at a magical tablet that's difficult to conceive of how that damn thing functions. Do you really think anything's moving when you swipe up like that? Do you really think that it's anything other than evidence that someone understood the way that addiction operates and that swiping up is unstoppable? I barely go on those things anymore. The thing that we're on literally now, because I can't stand it. I can't stand getting weighed to it and wedded to it. We are looking for a sacred experience. What do you mean sacred, Russell? In the dictionary, it tells you that sacred means holy, divine, the presence of God. What I think that means is the presence of the limitless that is always, by its nature, present in the limited bandwidth of our physical sense-based experience here on Earth, which on some level we know is not enough, and now we've been forced into a monastic corner, except for those of us that are frontline workers, except for those of us that are up there shirkers, and except for those of us that are poor mag jerkers. We're all stationed, aren't we, and alone. Now I've got young kids, so I'm pretty busy and occupied with dealing with the madness and the continual violence. Plus I've got bear, another bear, another bear. But what we all need is a connection to the sacred, and the fact that people are Googling prayer suggests to me that we need to find a way to pray together. Now you might not want to pray because, excuse me, mate, you've had difficult experience of religion, or you say, hey man, I don't like religion, it's trying to tell me how to think, dink. It ain't trying to tell you how to think, it's just giving you some suggestions how to think. And you think nationalism's not trying to tell you how to think? You think capitalism's not trying to tell you how to think? You think rationalism, materialism aren't telling you how to think? You think you're not trapped in some sort of cyber pinball neurological machine, information synaptically rattling around just to keep you trapped within the sounds of commercials bombarding your ears for years and years continually? Well, let me tell you, if you think that you're free, the only way that you're free is your freedom to see that there's something that be beyond what you can normally see. And the only way we can access this is through prayer. So take a moment, take a breath. Breath is life. Just a matter of minutes without breath. Although I can hold my breath. I held my breath for 4 minutes the other day. 4 minutes because of Wim Hof. Slow down the breathing and think about, why are you looking for prayer? What are you looking for? Is it you feel trapped in your home at the moment? Do you feel afraid? You feel afraid for loved ones? See, I suppose a lot of us are getting confronted with a different type of reality all of a sudden, ain't we? Like, what's important to me? What do I want from the world? What do I want from my relationships? What do I want from my working life? Can they achieve anything? Do my individual goals and desires matter anymore now that we know that there's so much suffering and pain, and that civilization itself rests on the top of a sort of cosmological tundra of potential chaos that can be unleashed at any moment, from the microbial world, from the astronomical or meteorological world, that suddenly things can fold inward, suddenly things can change. Prayer is a petition into the higher self. In my conception, a prayer to the limitless, to the oneness from which all phenomena comes. Check out my Under the Skin episode with Bobby Roth, the meditation teacher. He says that in Vedic philosophy, they believe that all things are a manifestation of this one true frequency. How is that any different from the Big Bang? Really, everything comes from oneness. Everything comes from oneness. Within the apparent box of space and time, we are continually limited, and therefore, when confronted with the cessation of what we call normal, it can be frightening, particularly if it's somehow framed with death. And even though you may know that more people have died because of suicide, alcohol, cigarettes this year, those things, it seems, are deaths that we can accommodate within our system, deaths that don't cause us to stray or go awry and array, even though array may not even be a word. That's not going to stop me saying stuff. You've got to bring new language in from somewhere, an array of possibilities. Sometimes there's some abstract tune in all this, isn't there, don't you suppose? This is how I pray. I go, what do I really want? What am I trying to get to? And firstly, I acknowledge that what I really want sort of may not matter if it ain't a kind of channeling. So I go like, God, try and make me of maximum use. Try and make me of maximum use, God. Try and liberate me from the limited view of myself as a vessel for primal desires and wants. Just a object for economic systems that would seek to control me. Show me, God, how I can be useful in other people's lives. Show me the way of kindness, compassion and simplicity. Please help me to have faith that even though I don't know how things are going to be all right, that they will be all right. You may like to look at some prayer that comes from a tradition that is relevant to you because of your background. Joseph Campbell says that's always a good thing to do. But it's very good to take some time to look beyond what's just happening to you in the moment. And if you're Googling prayer or Googling help me God, in a sense you are talking to the God of our time, these great silicon Goliaths that stalk our globe. But the real answer is always within you. The real answer is within you, within the timeless within you, beyond the box of space and time. I've been on my own a long time now. All my relationships are starting to go very strange, including this one.